engaging in seriously violent behaviors in adolescent years and adulthood. I'm Rich.
And I'm Josh.
Make sure your Walkman is at full battery because we're diving into our dad tapes.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for listening to tape number 31 of the dad tapes. Let's get rolling.
Yo, bro, what's in our hands tonight, man? What's this tasty little scrumptious pumpkin looking thing you got in our hands?
And tonight we got another Bonesaw Brewing Company.
I think you found another favorite, by the way.
Yeah, Bonesaw is really good.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, they are. Shout out Bonesaw. I mean, we are accepting sponsors.
Yeah, right.
You know, so if you want to help sponsor the show, Bonesaw, you know, I'll definitely, we're open to accepting it. You know.
Yeah, you guys in your beautiful brewery. You know.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's awesome over there. Now this one is called Pump Queen. It's a cream ale, 4.7% ABV.
And it's Bonesaw Brewing from Glassboro, New Jersey.
Yeah,
you forgot that part. Look, if we're trying to pitch an opportunity for a sponsorship here, bro, you got to get the shout out right.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm trying to get my thirst on, bro. I'm thirsty.
Ready? Well, let's dive in, bro. Let's sling it back, bro.
Yo, bro, you're not even kidding.
Right? It tastes like vanilla Coke.
It tastes like vanilla Coke. Yo, that is really fucking good. But I get the aftertaste of the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's a very subtle pumpkin taste.
it's more like
it's not strong.
pie.
It's not overwhelming. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. It's like pumpkin
really
pie.
fucking good.
It is delicious, bro.
Your wife was right. Like, this is more of a dessert beer. Like,
Yeah.
this is actually really fucking good.
It is.
Holy shit. So how's your week been, man?
But just feels like the last week on repeat, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know, it's we're gonna be going to Ocean City this weekend, so
Okay.
looking forward to that.
There you go.
You know, Dex is killing it at school, man. He's working on his alphabets, you know, his letters, doing that whole whole school thing, killing it out there. You know, he's getting his little crush has kind of died off, I'll say, but he has his best friend that he rides the bus with, and he's in the same development. And they exchange toys like every day. It's so funny. Like, he brought home this past weekend, his friend gave him a Hulk figurine. So there's a whole weekend he's had it, and it's just like, and fortunately he's got it extended week because his friend wasn't on the bus for the past 2 days. So
Oh, man.
yeah, you know. But finally getting some results from that seed I laid, you know, with a dog digging up every freaking hole in the backyard. That's the one thing I haven't ever talked about. Dude, this dog is a terrorizer. He's costing me money. All right? You saw it, bro. He ate the insulation around the Freon line that goes into the condenser outside for the AC. He's chewed the bottom of the fireplace, the heat wrap that goes against the house. He's pulled some of that off and chewed some of that. So that's going to be a real big issue potentially. He's dug holes absolutely everywhere. He's been digging up the sod that we had to have our landscapers put in after we moved in because we had a mud pit. After thousands of dollars of putting down pavers and some sod, he's digging it up.
I'm waiting for him to dig up the rabbit.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of, man. One day we're just gonna come out and we'll try to let him inside, and there's gonna be dead Melvin, man.
Pavers with fucking bones scattered all over the place and shit.
It's gonna be scary.
A fucking unlucky rabbit's foot right there.
Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. But other than that, man, you know, still killing it in the fantasy realm, dude. The past 3 weeks, my record is 8-1.
Holy shit!
I'm not, you know, I would love to sit here and say, you know, oh man, I whooped Danny. No, dude, I skated out that week against Danny by 1.5 points. All right, so it was a barely win, but it's a win, bro. I'm gonna take that dub.
I got it by the skin of your fucking teeth.
Yeah, tell me less of the skin of my teeth, man. Scraping my teeth on that win. Good grief, dude, killing it in the fantasy world. You know, getting trying to figure out what's going on with my Call of Duty. You know, because you messed that all up now, didn't you?
Yeah, apparently. Again, got the new console, fucked you over.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to get into that because it definitely, chaps my asshole. So,
bro, your asshole's been chapped from other things. Come on now.
Dude, you heard me driving today, man. Traffic. Yeah. You know what? I was aggressive because I'm tired of these people not knowing how to drive.
You live in New Jersey, bro. What do you expect?
yeah, that's true too. But yeah, bro, it's been a good slow week. It's a good introduction to the colder parts of fall coming.
Yeah.
And looking forward to that crisp. I mean, dude, the nights and the mornings.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? It is like, 1 hour ago or 2 hours ago it was like 64 or 5 degrees still. But since then it's already in the 50s now.
Yep.
And tonight it's gonna get in the 40s. I love that, bro.
Yeah, dude. I would get up in the morning, walk out to the car, and then you start the car, and you hear the.
Well, that's because
your car's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not normal, man.
And you look at the dash and it says 47 degrees. It's like, yes.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
It's Carhartt season out here, boys. But you fucking redneck. Yeah, bro. Other than that, it's been a pretty casual week, pretty good week. How about yourself, bro? What's new? What's new in this world?
Not bad, man. I mean, it was pretty good.
How was Addie this weekend?
She was good. We had a wedding we went to on Saturday.
So how was it being the +1 with your daughter?
It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
because remember, you were the +1, not her, man. She was the invitee.
Yeah, I know, right? But nah, man, we got her this cute little outfit, and dude, they grow up too fucking fast, bro.
Dude,
you put them in something like that, and it's like, God, like, you look at them, they're like cute as hell.
Yeah, I know, man. Trust me. Like Dex has got picture day coming up next week.
Yeah.
He's gonna be. But even before that, like at our wedding, man, like seeing both the kids, like Dex in a little suit.
Dude, even me seeing them and then being like,
and and you said you didn't see them on a weekly basis before that, but you saw them pretty frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You realize like every second freaking matters, bro.
Yeah, dude, it really fucking does.
You blink and it's like you realize, like we're at that stage now where we realize that the days are slow, but the years are quick, and it's like I don't know if it's because kids make it that way or what it is that makes up that like time feel like it speeds up in the large spectrum, but on the short end, it's like sometimes days can be so grueling.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But what else is new, man? What else did you do?
Sunday we kind of hung out at home. I mean, we went to Oktoberfest for a little bit and kind of did some walking around.
Okay. Oktoberfest where?
In Smithville, New Jersey.
Okay.
But just kind of went and saw a bunch of vendors and found some cool things.
Do they have that every weekend in October?
No, it's one weekend in October every year. And then
why didn't you tell me about it, bro?
I don't know, man.
Why didn't you tell me about it, bro? We only live like 20 minutes away. Where was my invite?
I don't fucking
Where was the invite for Bridget, your niece and nephew?
Honestly,
man?
dude, I didn't even want to go.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to go.
Yeah.
It was her. She's the one that wanted to go. Like, she's like, Daddy, let's go to Oktoberfest.
Yeah, well, I don't blame her. I wanted to go to Oktoberfest too, bro.
Yeah, well.
Where was my, I'm going to tell Jill this one, bro.
I was enjoying the nice, mellow time at home, drinking some coffee.
You saying my son isn't mellow?
No.
Because he certainly isn't. I know he's not. You can say it.
No, but it was nice because, like, I kind of told her, was like, because she had been asking, a few times, like, Dad, can I play my Xbox or can I play some Minecraft? And I'm like, yeah, you know what, you can.
Yeah.
If you want to play, you can play. Like, I know you were good this weekend, Yeah.
Give him some time. Give him a treat.
It was nice. It was kind of cool to just kind of relax on the couch and show her what to do and drink some coffee and just kind of chill. I mean, it was a slow week, but it was a productive week. So
that's good.
But that was about it. I mean, I didn't really do too much.
It's time for us to be aware dads. This week with us being aware dads in our daily dad book, we are reading January 11th. We can be that gift. Marcus Aurelius' father died when he was young. But then this young boy who was cursed by tragedy received a great gift. A gift that all children who have received it know to be one of the most incredible things in the world. A loving stepfather. Ernest Renan wrote that, more than his teachers and tutors, Marcus had a single master whom he revered above them all, and that was Antoninus. All his adult life, Marcus strived to be a disciple of his adoptive stepfather. While he lived, Marcus saw him, Renan said, as the most beautiful model of a perfect life. What were the things that Marcus learned from him? He learned the importance of compassion, hard work, persistence, altruism, self-reliance, cheerfulness, keeping an open mind and listening to anyone who can contribute, taking responsibility and blame and putting others at ease, yielding the floor to experts and heeding their advice, knowing when to push something or someone and when to back off, being indifferent to superficial honors and treating people as they deserved to be treated. These lessons impacted Marcus so deeply he remembered them far into adulthood and recorded them from his own reference in what would become meditations. What made the lessons so powerful was that they were embodied in his stepfather's actions rather than written on some tablet or scroll. There is no better way to learn than from a role model. There is no better way to judge our progress than in constant company with the person we would most like to be one day.
In a day and age of open accessibility and having the legitimate world in the possession of your fingertips, just like the world at large, the internet has a lot of things that need to be constantly and consistently regulated for our children. Tonight we're going to delve into the part of the world and discuss the measures we take and what we plan to do in the future to help regulate that content our little ones watch.
It's time for our data dump. The internet is almost as large as our world, with 1.13 billion websites in existence. And even though only 82% of that number is active and maintaining traffic and updated, that still is a staggering 202 million websites. For reference, that's almost one website for every citizen in America today. Could you imagine that?
Holy
Every
shit.
person having their own website. The sheer volume alone is going to make it nearly impossible to maintain a thorough regulation on a child's internet usage via, your own parental controls. Without getting into the gruesome topic of the dark web, we're going to just mainly focus on what's called the surface web, which means the part of the internet with accessible information through standard search engines, browsers, etc., like Google, Yahoo, other platforms. The surface web alone poses a lot of threats and potential targeting onto our children. In previous episodes, we have discussed the potential to even just be bullied online and having that accessibility constantly there. However, we never discussed what can go beyond just bullying. According to Astra Security, they projected that roughly 97 cybercrimes will be committed every hour of every day through the year of 2023. And clearly those crimes have a spectrum of severity.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But let's shift gears and focus on violence on the internet and how that may lead and bleed into everyday life. Not just on the internet, but as well as every other media source, media outlet in your immediate diet. There was a longitudinal study published in 2019 that reinforces the old thought process of deterring and mitigating violence in your media diet with that exposure to children. The study focused on adolescents aged between 10 and 15 years old starting in 2006 and was conducted for over a decade. The results prompts parents to discuss a realistic plan that fits the family milieu with limited violence exposure, as there is a definitive relation between engaging in seriously violent behaviors in adolescent years and adulthood to the media diet they intake as an individual throughout those at least the study, that decade plus years of study.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
And that was our data dump, man. Whew. So we left our data dump talking about the stigma and the prevalence that stigma has on violent video games. And you did point out the fact that, we both at younger ages played Call of Duty. I mean, that's literally a first person shooter.
Yeah,
man. And but then on the flip side, we're playing open world platforming games like Minecraft.
Yeah.
Where we just can get lost, and especially if you're smoking, you get lost into this world and you create something. But that has its side effects too.
Yeah.
That is a huge form of escapism.
It really is. And I mean, to be honest with you, like when I was going through my,
No, it's not a violent behavior.
But when I was going through like my anxiety and my depressive state before I started taking my medication, that was like one of my, what do you call it? Like my scapegoats in a sense.
It was a coping mechanism.
Yeah, it helped me cope
Yeah.
because like I could just kind of like delve into this world where I had nothing to fucking worry about.
Yeah, the only responsibility you had was keeping your dog safe.
Yeah.
Or not having a creeper creep up on you. Well, you just told me also earlier today how, and you actually just kind of you touched base on it by letting Addie, play Xbox.
Yeah.
How are you going to regulate and manage her content that she gets on that? And I know you can sit here and Microsoft has their own. Now they do. Mm-hmm. Now after they had a lawsuit for like $202 million. No, I think it was higher. I think it was more than that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was more than that.
I think it was like $2.2 billion or something like that. It was an immense lawsuit against Microsoft for, collecting data and things like that for underage kids.
Yeah.
It clearly a huge lawsuit that they finally settled. But that aside, all the legalities of that aside, and now having these new tools that Microsoft has implemented, at least for the Xbox. I don't know what the PlayStation software is like. You might have some more insight.
I don't know with that.
Yeah. So how are you going to manage that content?
It's honestly like now with how it is, like we were talking about how Xbox has, their own like platform with that now, I guess you could say. Like I have an app on my phone. Like if she is all right. So, for instance, I'll go and I'll turn everything on for her. I'll turn the Xbox on. I'll sign her in.
Now, do you have your own account for her, or is it set up to where?
So, like, she has technically like her own account. Now, it's a kid's account. And you can do that.
So it's a sub account of your account, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, she'll go in, she'll sign in, and then, like, if she wants to play a certain game, like, say, Minecraft.
Yeah.
Technically Minecraft is E10 and up.
Yeah.
But because of me knowing what it is,
having that experience
and having the experience, I can change the levels of I guess you could say like the parental levels for the game. Like I can go in on the app on my phone and I can physically pull up each certain game and it'll actually let me pick what I want to do with the parental controls.
So
on
it can
that
be
game.
as specific as that.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
very
that's cool.
specific.
That's cool.
And it gives me like it allows me to have like a time limit on there. Mm-hmm. Like it'll show me how long she's been on there. Okay. What she's played.
Well, to interrupt you
she's
then really quickly,
with.
Because we both know Xbox also has its own Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge.
Yeah, exactly.
Does it go as far as regulating and filtering the content she can access on Microsoft Edge, or even YouTube, for instance? We both know Microsoft has the YouTube app.
All right, so basically, with it being the child account and me having the parental controls, if she goes and leaves from one app to another, she has to ask permission. So like, I'll get an alert on my phone, in my email, not on the app, because I'm still trying to figure out the quirks of the app and the email and everything.
Text slow over there.
But
send me an email.
But it'll give me an email saying, Addison has requested to do this, or Addison has requested to play this game. And I can go in, I can click yes in the email, and it'll it'll go right to the console, and it'll say this person is granting you access or whatever, and it'll let them play.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah,
so that's cool.
It's pretty in depth, to be honest with you.
Now, how I know for me, when it comes to Declan, because Bridget's still not at that point yet where a lot of the media, I mean, she can't work the controller for an Xbox, she can't work the controller for a TV yet properly.
Yeah.
She'll accidentally go and like almost buy like a Sling account and subscribe for a month, but she's not aware of what she's doing with it yet. She doesn't know how to operate it, and then though she could see her brother do it, like he's a freaking wizard.
Yeah, right.
Even with her tablet. But with Declan, that's where I have a lot of like, I don't want to say concerns, but more so like awareness and having awareness that I need to be aware of what he's really ingesting, media wise. Because this kid, for instance, our morning routine is he'll wake up, he'll come into our bedroom. I'll lay in bed waiting for him to come in because we normally I'll let him watch some like YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I'll notice, and I kind of like experimented with the whole process. I'll notice where just even the recommended videos kind of get a little bit more, I don't want to say aggressive, but
it has more like recommendation towards other situations and
that I might
videos.
not be comfortable with him necessarily watching.
Yeah.
Because for reference, just again focusing on that spectrum. I'll let him watch like a lot of the. There's this one guy he loves. It's called what's his username? It's gonna bother me now. He's a gamer. I don't know if he's a Twitch streamer or not. Wow. Oh my god, I gotta look it the fuck up. Oh my god. Anyway, he plays this game where it's like a water or a flood escape or something like that, where you drive cars and you're escaping the flood.
Yeah.
And you got to get to the highest point and you can win the game that way.
Yeah.
He plays like a lot of like car games like that. And I'll let him watch those types of videos. And then I see the recommendations come up to where it's like, okay, like GTA racing mods.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, so where does that cliff stop? Towards like, okay, exactly, it doesn't, because the GTA racing mods are going to turn into just GTA, Twitch streamers. And it's like, okay, now my son's sitting here potentially watching like tanks roll down, the middle of a city. Exactly. Shit. Yeah, in the middle of a city, like blowing up cars and watching people go, like watching Twitch streamers shoot people in the street. I don't want my 5-year-old son ingesting that.
Fucking bodies.
Exactly, man. So yeah, picking up hookers or whatever, we've all played GTA at one point in time. GTA 3.
Yeah, it's like at the bottom it'll say, watch this because you watched this.
Exactly.
Or you might like this because you watched this.
And the hardest part for me as a parent, as a father, is trying to control that, because even on the kids' videos, on the kids' accounts that I have set up for him, there's this one that he would watch, and it's like a hamster maze thing. It's a lot of like old Flash animation from like the old Batman's, like pow, kaboom, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff they do to this hamster in this maze, it's kind of questionable. Like they're slinging a hammer down onto this hamster, and though it's not like necessarily hurting him, clearly, it's almost like, what kind of ideas are you providing? Are you trying to give my kid here?
Is that what happened to Melvin, bro? Like,
stop, man, stop. But it's like
too soon.
Don't let Jill hear you. But it's like it's tough. Have you run into instances like that when you see her on her tablet, or on a laptop, or just watching YouTube on the TV?
I've mainly noticed it. So like, when she's with me, she doesn't have the opportunity to have that much screen time, because I've always got shit planned. Or if I plan to say, hey, you can play Minecraft, or hey, you can, if you want to go watch your videos, you can go watch your videos. Like, go do your
okay.
Do your
Well,
own thing.
To interrupt you really quick, okay, go ahead.
I'm segueing.
Okay.
So like, the thing that bothers me the most is, like, for instance, like YouTube Reels. They have Reels now.
Do they?
Yeah, it's like TikTok. And there's like hardly any filter to them, bro.
Really?
Like that I've noticed at least. And now the majority of the things that she has shown me or the things that I have seen that she's been watching, it's not too like not super bad, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
there's like some funny ass shit in there.
Oh yeah.
And it's not something that I'm going to sit here and say, "Oh, you can't fucking watch that."
You know
like,
what Declan was watching? His kids fall.
Kids fall.
He loves watching kids fall. And it's so messed up because I do it with him, and it's like we both busting up laughing. Sorry to interrupt. I just thought that was so funny.
Oh man.
No, I made you forget, didn't I?
No, I mean you didn't make me forget, but I mean it's like some of the shit that I have seen that she's been watching. I mean I get it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Some of it's funny. I mean, some of it's kind of like, oh shit, you know, like that's kind of fucked up. But
Yeah.
some of them, like at that age, they don't know. But I mean, like at the same time, I'm like,
Well, at the same time,
I'm
they're
like,
watching and probably replicating those behaviors.
Yeah, and it's like it makes you think like, oh shit, what is
Which
she
is why
doing?
Declan's not allowed to watch that Asian hamster video where the hammer comes down and smacks a hamster.
I'm telling you, man, that's what happened.
I don't want to hear it, man. Enough. Jill hears that, you're dead. You'll be buried in the back with Melvin.
It's cause fucking Melvin bit Declan. I'm telling you right now, Declan went fucking apeshit on him. Grabbed him by the ears and he's holding him up. He's like, "Just because you bit me, you little son of a bitch."
You are that's very descriptive you have there. You had a bunny too, now that I think of it. Whatever happened to licorice, my friend?
Nothing.
Nothing. We don't talk about licorice like that anymore. And you better shut up if you know what's good for you. Well, Uncle Chris, if you ever wondered.
But that's my fucked up way of thinking because we both grew up on Tom and Jerry and
Two Girls, One Cup and
and fucking like Looney Tunes and all that. You know what I mean? We had the fucked up generation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like nowadays it's getting out it's getting out of hand. Like I know there's ways you can go and you can put these filters on this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but then the people who create the content are also just as aware of the filters on it, and they're creating the content because they want people to see it. They want kids that there's clearly a drive to have that impression put on to somebody.
Yeah, and
sometimes it's younger kids, sometimes it's middle-aged kids, sometimes it's high schooler kids. They are aware of those filters and they know how to have that workaround. And that's the toughest part about it because we as fathers, like, I'm sorry, man. I'll always stand firm in this belief. We are now in an age in our society to where, like, cyber rules everything.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, our phones have AI attached to them.
Yeah.
You just say your phone's name, hey, Google, and my prompt comes up on, there it goes right now. What do I want from it? So we're in a day and age now to where that is just common practice.
Yeah.
And the worst part about that is if you're not going to keep yourself privy and aware of this ever evolving and changing world, then you're going to fall behind. And what you're going to do is potentially put yourself or your kids in harm's way. Because if you can't, and I'm not going to sit here and say, don't let them watch TV. You don't have to be a helicopter parent. You don't have to be a helicopter dad or a helicopter mom. You don't have to stop internet usage entirely.
No.
But you need to be aware, and you need to know how to be aware. Look, bro, just even incognito mode.
There's got to be that regulation.
But there's also, there has to be. There has to be that form of regulation. And I'll always stand firm in the fact that if you don't keep yourself technologically smart, you're going to fall behind and your kids are going to outsmart you. We're already at a disadvantage because they're younger. They absorb so much so quickly.
Oh, yeah, especially like kids nowadays can run a phone better than we can.
Absolutely.
Like, what the hell?
Well, speak for yourself on that one. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, why do you think I got iPhone? It's easier to use.
Yeah, I know. Consumer friendly interface. Anyway, but my point is, like, it's so vastly important as a father and as a parent in general to keep that in mind, that you need to be aware. And the only way you can be so aware is keeping up with the times. And if you're not keeping up with the times, you're only going to hurt yourself as a parent, I think.
Yeah, and honestly, like you were saying earlier, it's not just, our kids or our kids' ages. It's middle schoolers, high schoolers, teenagers.
It's all the parents going through all these stages.
There are so many. So I don't know if you remember or not, but there was all these these challenges and shit that people were doing. Like, for instance, the fucking cinnamon challenge,
the Tide Pod challenge.
Yeah, that dumb shit.
That was never real though.
Yeah,
but some people did it really.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Exactly. Or, like I said, for instance, the cinnamon challenge. You take a tablespoon of cinnamon and you try to swallow it. That's a good way to fucking choke to death. Like,
it's a good way to do a lot of things, quite honestly.
But anyway, I mean,
especially if it's gonna make you flare up. That's not an inflammatory. That's for sure.
Yeah, right. It all comes down to oh shit, I saw this person do this. I got to do it too.
Quite honestly, it could even almost be a passage in that aspect.
Yeah.
The 3 stages.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the separation to where you aren't a part of that group yet who could do this.
Yep.
It's the transition of I'm going to do this now. I'm going to watch and observe how to do this. And then the reincorporation. And now I'm a part of this because I did this. I'm cool.
Yeah. And it's sometimes the sad part is that it comes in the complete opposite way.
Yeah.
Where there's kids that are taking their lives.
Yeah.
This fucking shit.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy how dysregulated we can be without realizing it. And in my opinion, the underlying theme here is you just have to be aware, which leads us to our resolution.
We've all seen the horrible episodes of How to Catch a Predator. We've all had those emails from Syria asking to send money to an unknown relative who happens to be stuck there and in desperate need of the money to get out.
Or a Syrian prince helping Syria rebuild.
Yet, as laughable or jarring as some of these things can be, they exist and they are active. We all have to be aware. From spending time together online and expressing good online habits yourself, to learning the technology yourself, allowing you to manage what you need to. It's on us to be better for them, and it's on us to protect them.
Because if you can't monitor that, you're going to be catching yourself in a situation. So what do you? Speaking of situations, bro, what do you got for us tonight?
Yeah. First one tonight is breaking news by Anonymous. In the United States in Phoenix. This was today. Today, while at a family dinner, my boyfriend's family explained how he needs to learn family recipes to pass down to his future children. He responded, "Why would I ever start a family? I hate kids. I'm currently 7 weeks pregnant."
Oh, wow.
Sounds like your life sucks there, girlie.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah, it does. This next one's by Anonymous in Augusta, U.S. Today, my girlfriend dumped me because of a video game. Not that I was playing the game too much, but because she got addicted to it and decided that the game was more important than our relationship.
Well, you know what? I'm kind of on the fence with this one. If you knew this chick was a gamer girl moving into it, you're putting that at risk. Just like if a girl dates and she's not a gamer herself and dates a gamer guy, you're putting yourself into risk. I'm kind of on the fence if you deserved it, or if it sucks.
Yeah, I can understand.
You see what I'm
mean.
saying?
Yeah.
But I guess just offhandedly, I'll say that sucks, bro.
You're beat.
That sucks, man.
And the last one, Lost by Shaggy.
It wasn't me. Heard the words that I told her. It wasn't me.
Today I agreed to go on.
He was posting up on FML.
Today I agreed to go on a last-minute road trip with my friends. Everything was going great until we realized we had no GPS signal in the middle of nowhere. We ended up following a shortcut suggested by a farmer and got stuck in a muddy field for hours with livestock giving us judgmental looks.
Well, you know what? I think you deserve that one. You got suggestions from a farmer, bro. These guys try. Wait, come on, man.
You ain't gonna find any farmers on our social
I
media.
hope not, unless they find your own personal one.
Well, we ain't gonna find any.
Well, I'll put it this way: if you find any of his pictures,
they'll probably all be on farmersonly.com.
you won't find any advertisements for that on our social media. Good grief, bro.
Facebook is / the Dad Tapes. Instagram is at the Dad Tapes Podcast, and Twitter or the X is at the Dad Tapes, and TikTok is at Dad Tapes Podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review of the show wherever you listen to podcasts. It truly helps the show.
You know, you lied to me last week.
About what?
Well, you sat here, stone cold faced, and told me that they're actually listening by rewinding. Bro, I listened to a tape today, and that shit was left at the middle.
Really?
Don't give me that bullshit, bro.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. It sucks, man. And it was when I was driving around, when I was talking to you. So, of course, I had road rage because I had to rewind that freaking thing. So, please, guys, when you're done listening, rewind it. Rewind it before you put it back in that damn box.
I could see him, driving with his knee, one hand holding the tape, the other hand fucking, finger in the hole, trying to rewind the fucking thing while he's driving.
Yeah. I'm gonna check out, bro. I got a football game to watch. I got Kelsey in one of my lineups. I gotta go watch this stuff, man. All right, that's checking out, guys. Peace.
Later.